we are going. Right.
Just my name, Leslie. I'll remember that.
Hi Leslie,
Hi.
thank you for allowing me to do this today. It's an important part of the process of NZAC observing me doing what I do. Yeah, so you're not identified at all. Yeah, hence why the camera is pointing this way. And what you say stays here, and it also stays with the NZAC people. And I believe they give me back the videos if I want them, or they destroy them. Yeah. Okie dokie. And you know all the other rules and things, that this won't be shared, and what is said stays here. You can play with him if you like. Everybody plays with Squishy. I love playing with Squishy. Now, you've seen me with this before. Yeah, and you can have a look at it if you want to. It's just scribbles that I make when I've thought of something or I've heard you say something, and we can go back and have a look at it. Or yeah, you may hear that door go. That's not actually someone wanting to come in. It's just it rattles a bit. So we're quite safe and confidential here.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Now, last week you said you needed to go away and think about what we talked about and come back with some questions and things that were worrying you about it.
Yeah. This is hard.
Is it hard today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the feelings I have of wanting to die.
Wanting to die.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think, to me, love is hurt.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I'm sort of just withdrawing from family because I know they'll hurt me. And
How will they hurt you?
just with what they say and sometimes what they do, and
Okay.
maybe I'm just more emotional than what they mean, I don't know.
Because you had a birthday recently.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that may have had anything to do with how you're feeling?
Oh, it could do, because we had a bit of aggravation with two of my daughters, so
Right.
I have contemplated suicide,
Okay.
but
I'm so sorry.
I just don't know how to do it. I can't cut myself because I've got this fear of knives and that. It's been threatened before, but
Do you feel suicidal at the moment?
not so bad today.
Not so bad today. So
Yeah.
it's sometimes it's there and it sort of floats in
It
and out.
depends
Yeah.
how stressed I am or what I've
Right.
been thinking about.
Yeah.
Tablets, I've thought of that. I've actually tried it once,
Did you?
a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I've seen the results of when it goes wrong, and I figured that knowing me, I'd do it wrong and just end up
Right.
screwed.
So when you did that attempt, how long ago was it?
Oh, that was 30 odd years ago.
Okay.
It's a long time.
Can you say that the circumstances in your life have become better or stayed the same or got worse? And if so, is that a direct relationship to your thoughts of suicide?
I suppose technically it's probably better.
Right, technically better.
better.
Technically.
Yeah.
Right? Explain to me technically, how does that work?
Well, I'm on my own now, so I
Okay,
don't have two husbands to worry about.
okay. So that takes that stress away, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
the betrayal's still there.
The betrayal is still there.
Yeah.
So the reason he's not around is still there, although the man is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I don't know what to ask. I don't know how to fix it. I know I'm withdrawing from a family.
When you say withdrawing, is that sort of like I'm picturing this little snail and someone's bumped his wee antennae, which are actually eyes, and he's gone and pulled back and gone, oh, I don't like that, I don't like, and gone into a shell. Is that the sort of withdrawing you're speaking of? You're still there, but you're not.
Yeah.
The shell of the snail is there, the snail's still there.
Yeah.
But he's not doing what snails do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is it fair to say then on the outside, looking in at the situation, people may assume that you're doing fine, technically, on the outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't normally talk about this, so
No.
I wouldn't talk about it with my family. So
No. Because.
I just don't want to burden them with anything.
Right.
I'll get them worried.
Right. And if they get worried, what would happen?
I'd feel guilty then.
Okay. So the worry equals guilt.
Yeah.
Worry is not a problem shared. It equals guilt that you've made them worry.
Yeah.
But there's also the thoughts of when people worry, that is a process, not the end result. Like while we're working through things, we've got, there's a frown on our face and we're concentrating on this thing and we are actually worrying while we're working through it. But it's an ongoing process to reach an end. But you don't see it like that, you just see them, they're just worrying.
Yeah. Being a burden to them.
A burden. Wow. These are really powerful words, Les. Do you want to be called Les or Leslie? I forget.
Either, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, the powerful words are withdraw, burden, guilt, worry. Yeah, seen it before. Betrayal. Yeah. So what would you think, if you think back, was one of the first thoughts, if you can remember that started off this, I don't want to be here, thought?
Recently or?
Recently. Yeah.
I couldn't remember back that far.
So for the longest time.
Yeah.
It means that then really, if you can't remember that far back, that says it's been within you for a long time.
Yeah.
How awful, I'm so sorry.
Nothing you can do.
Because, well, I use the word awful, it's probably not the best word. I'm meaning that I feel for your pain.
Yeah.
And where it has led you. Yeah. So now we're talking about it. Now you've believed that this is the moment to say something. And the courage is with you, and well done. That's amazing. Not many people have that courage. And for the fact that they have often believed the self-talk that they have with it, I'm not worth it, it's not really worth it, oh, who can be bothered, I'm just a waste of time. And they've built in and bought in to that. So why even bother fixing it?
Yeah.
Let's just wait till I die, because it's no big thing anyway.
No one will miss me.
Yeah. I'm so unimportant. No one will miss me. You have family, you live with family.
Yeah.
And you have other family nearby. We talked about that. And you have 2 daughters in Christchurch.
Yes.
Yes. Of the family around you, because Christchurch isn't too far away, I suppose. If you've got a car and you drive, yeah. Is it of comfort that they are around there? Does that give you a sense of comfort, or is it worse that you know that they're
I don't think it's worse.
there?
I know I could never live in Christchurch with my 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get on, and it'll be too much stress.
Too much stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not what we want. No. So you couldn't live in Christchurch. That avenue's closed. Yeah.
I've got a son in Blenheim.
Right.
That's
right.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather just be somewhere where no one else is, on a little island on my own.
And what would you do there?
Sit there ready to, waiting to die.
Sit there waiting to die.
Yeah.
Out of everybody's way, do what I want. Is it a question of you can do what you want finally and nobody's going to tell you what to do? Is that entering into it, or is it something else?
I think a little bit of I can do what I do because what I want, because I'm on my own. I don't have to worry about family and husbands and anyone else. I can just think, if I want to eat, I'll eat. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
Or,
because we've battled with food for a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
As you'll go to. Yeah. And that will mean that for you, that you can eat as much as you like or not, do what you like or not.
Yeah.
No one's telling you what to do. And when you get into that, nobody's telling me what to do, what are the thoughts that go with it? Is it a freedom? Is it an anger? Or?
I suppose it's more freedom than anything, because I've never really been able to have a choice of my own on a lot of things.
Right. Okay.
So.
Yeah. People have made the choices for you?
Yeah.
Told you what to do? And you've gone along with it?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that as you were doing that?
What's the word? I didn't like it.
Didn't like it?
Yeah. But I did it. I felt that I had no choice.
You had no choice?
Yeah.
So the choice was do or don't?
Yeah.
And if it was don't, what would happen?
I'd probably get thumped.
You get beaten, get thumped. By your husband?
Yeah.
So that was a consequence of not doing what he told you. You had to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, oh darling, would you mind? No, it was an instruction.
Yeah,
Was it always like that?
it was, yeah.
And you were young when you got married?
18, 17.
17. And how old was he?
24.
24. So he was a wee bit older than you. Yeah. Yeah. Was there love when you first got married?
I thought there was. I thought I was in love, but I mean, looking back now, because I met him when I was 16, nearly 17, and I thought, because of my home life before that, I thought that no one else would ask me. I'd never get a chance again of being married, having kids, and a white picket fence, and someone who loved me and would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to grab at the opportunity.
Yeah.
In case it slipped away.
And it would never, nothing would ever come back again.
No.
I'd get no
It'd
more
be gone
chances.
forever.
Yeah.
So that's desperation, really. It's a desperate bid for happiness.
Yeah.
Did you know at the time that's what it was?
No.
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 I never thought of. I mean, I had that thought about it being my only chance, but
Yeah. Because you were so unloved.
yeah.
You had told yourself, you had been told these things, that you were unlovable. And
It was my thoughts.
And so nobody would want you. Yeah. That's an awful thing to hold, isn't it? That you put such little value on your life, your personality, your talents. Yeah. But you saw them as nothing. How did you value yourself along, say, if you were with the girls for a night out or something? How did you see yourself alongside them?
Well, I really didn't have any nights out.
Mm.
But I would have just sat in the corner and just watched everyone.
Were
Tried
you
to be-
happy doing that?
To a degree, yeah. I like to be invisible.
Invisible.
It was like that at school. I tried to hide away.
Hide away meant what to you?
Not being seen,
Not seen?
not being noticed.
And if you're not noticed?
I don't know. Never thought about that one.
Yeah. You're sitting there, everybody else is around you, making noisy things and doing perhaps crazy things because they've had just one glass a little bit too much. And they're just loosen up a little bit. And you're sitting there in the corner, being invisible. Not seen, not noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think people actually notice you when you're sitting there? You're trying to be not, but do you think they do?
Oh, I think you notice everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
You would believe, though, for you to be there, would it take, for you to go to a place like that, would it take you believing that you can be this invisible person?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I struggle with more than one person at a time,
Mm.
you know, company.
Mm.
If I'm just with, say, one person, we go out, I can talk and
Mm.
chat a bit. If there's, say, 3 of us or 4 of us, then
As soon as there's
I
one
sit
more,
back
yeah,
and just listen to
everybody else.
Yeah.
Do you know you're doing this?
Yeah.
So
I
it's a
do now.
choice now?
No, I think it's habit now,
Habit.
more than
Yeah.
choice. It's
Yeah.
just, I get uncomfortable, I get, I suppose, in some way stressed about,
Yeah. About,
you know,
yeah.
especially if I don't know the other person that
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. What's the stress about? To say something or do something or?
Yeah, having to talk to them,
Yeah.
or sometimes I feel out because they talk to each other about things that I
Don't know about?
don't know about or not
Yeah.
involved in, so
Yeah.
I tend to withdraw more then.
Yeah. Is there times in the conversations with 2 or more people that you can offer up comments or say things spontaneously?
Yeah, now and again I probably would, yeah.
Mm.
Usually I think of things, but then I think, no, I'll be wrong.
You'll second guess yourself
So, yeah.
and tell yourself, no, I'll be wrong.
Yeah.
So there's an inner critic going on here. Oh no, that's not right. You're so stupid.
Yeah.
That can't possibly be correct. Shut up, Leslie.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Mm. And that sort of teacherish voice, very staunch, old-fashioned 1900s teacher, is with you a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So you don't get much of a break, really, do you, from it?
No, I don't.
That voice is saying to you, well, Leslie, don't say something. Don't offer something.
Yeah.
So people who could be new friends or acquaintances that you might want to do something with, like, opportunities for that are gone.
By the time I pluck up the courage to do anything, it's too late.
Yeah,
So I miss
Yeah.
out anyway.
yeah, yeah. Do you consider yourself lonely?
Sometimes I get lonely, but most of the time I'm quite happy. It's less stressful. I don't have to think.
Yeah. So not lonely equals not thinking. And if you were thinking, would that mean that you're going back to the worry, I'm no good,
Yeah.
that sort of line? Yeah. And the more you do that, the more you think of doing that.
Oh.
As in, you know, it becomes your default. Oh, I'm just.
Yeah, it's just like that. I don't even have to think about being like that. It just happens.
Yeah.
It just comes. It's just natural. For,
Yeah.
you know, for me to
Just
think.
like grey hair for you,
Yeah.
grey hair for me. Yeah. It is. Just a little bit of a personal disclosure here, which can clarify what I think I'm hearing. When I was little, for the longest time, and these are very, very deep memories and feelings, I was the dumb fat kid. Emphasis on dumb and fat.
Yeah.
And I can remember that starting at about the age of 3.5, courtesy of my father. It never ever, and it couldn't ever occur to me at that age that what was said to me then would matter so much when I grew up. and became a big person. And I'm hearing a similar story for you.
Yeah.
Your life prior to your marriage was of abuse,
Yeah.
sexual abuse,
Yeah.
psychological abuse,
Yeah.
yeah. And then when you got to your marriage, it was physical abuse, sexual abuse, psychological abuse. Yeah. So you went from one and you replaced it
With another.
with another. Mm. Do you understand now, looking back at that, at the younger Leslie who made that choice, that she didn't understand that she was duplicating?
No, I didn't really try and think about it that age, because I mean, I was told that I started it, it was my fault and no one would believe me, and I'd be sent away.
From your father?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'd be sent away, so it was just something that happened, and then I sort of pretended it didn't.
Yeah.
But it was always there. So that's why I sort of withdrew, I think, because...
Where did Leslie go when she withdrew? Was she still there?
I don't know. I don't know if she was or not. I just stopped. I don't know, I just withdrew and didn't sort of confide in anyone, and found it hard to make friends, and tried to be invisible.
Don't notice me, because if you do, you'll hurt me.
Yeah.
Well, the chances are you won't.
Yeah. Or I'll be blamed.
Yeah. Yeah. So he did a double whammy on you, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm doing it to you, but you can't talk because you're really doing it to yourself. You've asked for this and done it. No one would believe you anyway. Yeah. So your choices to reach out were few, especially given that you're still very young and you've been told by an adult that adults won't believe you.
And one time he said that I could either do what he wanted or get strapped. So I picked getting strapped. So he strapped me, and then after that he said that it hurt him more than me, and I don't have a choice from now on. So that sort of took away any choice I had of saying no.
So that time he didn't sexually abuse you, he physically abused you. And then he told you that because you chose one that didn't conform to what he really wanted, he will give you no choice.
Yeah.
So if it had gone on and he was going to strap you every time instead of sexually abusing you, would that have made a difference to you?
I don't know. It would have been, yeah, I'd say it would have made a difference, because even though I didn't talk about it, it was nothing that I would be ashamed of, you know, because I mean, I was ashamed.
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been something bad for no one to believe me.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Yeah, because you take it from that, the intent and the degree of badness.
Yeah.
So bad that no one will possibly believe you.
So getting strapped would hurt at the time, but then it would go away.
You'll be done.
Be done.
Yeah.
I don't have to sort of live in fear that I'm going to come home from school or something and
Yeah.
He's going to be waiting there
Yeah.
for me. I couldn't bring friends home because I didn't know if he was home or what he was dressed in, or if anything.
Yeah, and you could worry about your friends too, and that.
Yeah.
They could be harmed. I'm getting a very distinct feeling of trust diminishing almost till there is none. Faith in humanity almost till there is none.
Yeah. Sort of lost trust in everyone.
Yeah.
Because I know that I think that's part of it, because I know that they will hurt me in the end. You know, it doesn't last.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, with my second husband, I mean, I was so happy when we got married. It was wonderful. But he still betrayed me. He still left me for someone else. And, you know, I gave him, well, as much of me as I could.
Yeah.
Probably more than anyone else.
Yeah.
But
you were being the best wife that you could possibly be.
Yeah.
And who could ask for more? You can't. You can't be more than your best. Yeah. But he still did.
Yeah. A couple of times, yeah.
Yeah. Betrayal.
But then I felt guilty because I thought that he was betraying me.
Oh.
So I felt guilty because, yeah.
At that point, did you know the fact?
Well, I sort of knew, but I just thought so bad about thinking it that...
You were castigating yourself, telling yourself off.
Yeah, because, I mean, one of them, he told me about it. But to him it was just helping this lady. But he had planned to go away for the weekend with her so they could talk. I thought, yeah, right. But that was only because it was someone at his work and it would come to the union. So I would have got
wind of it
anyway.
Yeah.
And so because he told me, I believed it. There was nothing going on. You know, it didn't click that he was going to, I mean, it hurt me that he was going to go away for the weekend with her.
Did you want to believe him? Was there
probably a wanting to believe him.
Yeah.
Because my feelings for him was so strong. But then the next time I did know, because when he said that, oh, I've got something to tell you, I said that you're moving in with her. And he said, well, not straight away. But he stayed for the week till he got his pay.
In the same bed with you?
At first, but then I sent him into my son's room. That he was at university in Dunedin. Because he would come home, I'd have his tea cooked, he would make his lunch for the next day, have a shower, then go out to her place. And then come back at 3 o'clock in the morning and try and cuddle up because he said it was cold outside. So, yeah.
Wow.
So then I asked him to move into the other room.
Yeah.
Which he wasn't happy about. But
oh. Surprise.
Yeah. No, he wasn't happy when I got angry.
No. And when you did get angry, how did it feel for you?
Well, I felt like I had the right.
Yeah.
I had the right to be angry. He had sort of broken my trust in anyone. You know, he's the one person I thought that I could truly trust. And then I found out he had abused my daughter.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah.
And he knew all my history.
Yeah.
And he was also very, very supportive about it. But I didn't find out this till after we'd actually broken up. But, yeah, so that was another
betrayal. Betrayal. And the support that you thought that he was for you and your background, did you start to question that given the fact that he tried it and did it with your daughter?
Yeah, I questioned.
Everything.
It broke everything because
Yeah.
I didn't believe anything he had ever said to me
No.
after that because I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
He was a liar.
basically, and
Yeah.
a hypocrite.
Yes. Indeed.
And he knew how much it would hurt me.
Yeah.
That,
Do you think he cared that he hurt you?
well, he said he did, but I don't. Oh, well, he never actually admitted to what he had done.
Okay, so then there's no.
Yeah.
That means no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand why that means no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There has to be an ownership for him to feel for you.
So
Oh.
yeah. So
That just cemented yet again.
Yeah.
Mm.
love was hurt. Love was betrayal.
Yeah. Can you see also that in this path of your life that you have veered or ended up on the default position every time? Default meaning what you've had, what you knew, what you did, what was done to you.
Yeah.
That was your normal, so that is your default. And without thought, without conscious acknowledgement, you've gone to default every time. Yeah. So what does that say in the realm of how strong those feelings are?
I think the feelings I have are pretty strong.
Yeah.
I suppose there's been more bad things than good things, so the bad things generally
outweigh,
win.
And what happens when we think about it? Do we focus on that and go over it and under it and around it and then focus? Do we do that?
No, not really. I tend to block it.
Okay. Shut it away. So we don't ruminate about it, which is what I say. We just go, okay, line down the middle, goodbye.
Lock the door.
Lock the door. And if we see that door, do we remember what's behind it?
Not a lot. No.
No.
I've blocked. I don't remember very much of my life as such, especially as a child.
Yeah.
You know, I remember odd bits. Sometimes I remember things because people have said it.
Right.
It comes to memory.
Right. But it's
some
what they've
things
told you. It's not your
Not my
vision.
fault, no.
It's so
And sometimes
maybe.
they say things that I have no recollection of.
Yes.
You know.
And
so
would you test that that's accurate in your mind? Would you go, oh, I don't know? Or would you believe them straight away?
No, I don't believe them straight away.
Right.
You know, I usually think, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But I just think, oh, that's their belief.
Yeah.
So I just leave it.
Do you block that away too? If it's
I don't-
bringing horrible images into your mind or
No.
where it's
Oh, I do sort of block it, but
Mm.
not in the same way as the other, because I still can bring it back.
Yeah.
But
Like, for example, if one of the girls or your family that you live with at present, if they came to you with a problem that might have stemmed from their past, that's enacted now, would you block that after the conversation, or would you think about that after?
I'd probably think about that, because I'd be quite pleased if they did
Talk to you.
talk to me.
Yeah.
You know, whereas
Pleased.
they haven't really opened up
No.
to things that happened. I mean, I know some things, but
Yeah. What would happen if they did?
think it would probably bring us closer together because
Wow.
um,
Wouldn't that be marvellous?
it would, yeah.
Would that take away some of your loneliness and sadness?
Yeah, and some of the guilt.
The guilt?
Yeah.
You feel guilty for them?
Yeah.
What have you done to...
Not what I've done, but what I didn't see, didn't stop.
Yeah. It's called sins by omission. You didn't go in to stop it. You may not necessarily have known all the facts.
Well, I didn't. I mean, I used to ask my eldest daughter, because I knew he touched her once when she was really little, but he told me about that and said it was just to hurt me and that he wouldn't do it again.
Why did he want to hurt you?
Just an argument or whatever it was. Didn't have to be anything. He just liked hurting me.
That was your second husband?
No, that was my
The
first
first husband.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after that, when she was a little bit older, I'd asked her if anything was happening, and she always said no. And, you know, I kept questioning her, and she'd turn around to me and said, do you want me to lie and say yes? And look me straight in the eye. So I thought, well, you know, nothing must be happening. But, yeah, I suppose there was always the doubt there.
If she said yes to you, what do you think you would have reacted with?
I would have gone to the police.
Right. And then he would be out? He
Yeah.
would be gone?
Yeah.
Arrested?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah.
So, could it be true that if she had said yes, then what happened after would never have happened and the relationship would stop?
Yeah.
Your trajectory of life would have been a different one.
Different, yeah.
Have you ever thought about that?
Well, yeah, sometimes I think I should have actually killed him, but
Again, that's another trajectory.
Yeah.
Possibly with imprisonment.
I planned it plenty of times.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You were that desperate.
Mm.
That length and sense of desperation that the only way out is for him to be dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
I never, so
And that all of these speak to the situation where you are now.
Mm.
This cumulative thing.
yeah. Anything good ends up being bad. So
Yeah.
if I don't stay close to my family and don't make things good, then I won't be hurt.
Yeah. Mm.
It's like trying to protect myself by cutting myself off from
Yeah.
everyone.
Now you did live for a while on your own. Was that okay or was that scary for you?
No, that was all right. It took
It was-
a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
You know, being, you know, I mean, I worry about people breaking in or attacking you or anything like that, which I think is, when you read these things, it's
Yeah.
quite normal. I mean, I think, especially an old lady on her own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So that was a worry. You introduced a new worry,
yeah,
which was someone breaking in and hurting you.
pretty good at introducing worries.
Yeah.
I used to.
Why you say that?
Well, I used to, like when the kids were teenagers and they were out, I'd lie in bed and I would think of them being in accidents or someone doing something to them, and I'd just burst out crying and cry for ages till they come home.
Oh.
You know, or even if
So it became real. What you had
what I was
imagined.
imagine, and I,
Yeah.
I still do to a degree. Not so much about the kids, but about things happening and that sort of thing, and
Right.
it stresses me out. And
Right. Why do you think you do that still?
I don't know, haven't really thought into it.
Yeah. Because if you look at that way of believing, which is I will worry about those who I value dearly, dearly, dearly. And I will worry so much that I will get so upset and I will sit with that upsetness until I see them again
Or hear from them.
or hear from them.
I mean, I don't even like, they have to text me. If, like my daughter in Christchurch, she comes down to visit and she goes back, I need to be texted when she gets home.
Right.
Otherwise I think something's happened and
Yeah. So would it be fair to say you think the worst most of the time?
Yeah.
And why would that be?
because the worst is my life,
Right.
basically.
Nothing good, nothing wonderful.
There are odd moments that are
Yeah.
good,
Mm.
but I can't say there's a lot at the moment. What I
If
thought
some-
was good turned out to be not good.
Not good, yeah, I'm hearing that loud and clear. And then you take that and go, well, how stupid am I? Oh, I just need to cut my losses and withdraw into my wee cocoon and everything will be fine because I won't involve myself with anything. So nothing will happen to me.
Yeah.
And I'll be safe and invisible, not seen. That same thing. Can't see me, can't hurt me. Don't know me, won't hurt me. So the other aspect of relationships, which is love and that connection, do you you said I don't know, right from the beginning you didn't know or understand love. Love equals
Hurt.
hurt.
Yeah, well, my father supposedly loved me. He still hurt me.
Could that be wrong? Could that be a lie? Could that be something like a person who makes mistakes has made a mistake? Because if we know people, we are fallible. We make mistakes.
Yeah. No.
Did that enter your mind at all that he'd made a mistake?
No.
You'd made a mistake? No.
Not he had made a mistake, because it was only when my first husband was arrested for abusing the kids that I found out that he had abused my brothers and sisters as well. So if I had known that when I was younger, I probably would have said something.
Oh my goodness.
You know.
So it was the histrionics of it.
Yeah, so it couldn't have been a mistake.
No.
It wasn't a mistake because
There was too much
there was too
given
many other
as
people.
evidence. Yeah.
But I didn't know any of that till
Because nobody talked about it.
no, they never said.
So that's the other thing, isn't it?
Yeah. The only thing I remember, my youngest brother, who's older than me because I'm the youngest in the family. One day he come home from the shop, and Dad was home and I was home, and he turned to me and he said, "What's happened?" And I said, "Nothing." And that's always stuck with me because I've always thought he was questioning whether
He'd hurt you.
Dad had done something. But that time it was just automatic, nothing, you know. But that one thing stands out for me because, you know.
And when you questioned your daughter, and she valiantly upheld that no, nothing's going on.
That never
You did-
entered. No,
You didn't.
never connected.
Never connected those dots. No. I did it because it was automatic. I did it because I didn't know what the results would be if I said something. Or I did it because I do know what would happen. And all of those choices aren't fantastic. So we just go, nah.
Yeah.
And so did she. Yeah. Which comes back to we can't know what we don't know.
No.
And if we're fed, no, nothing's happened, nothing's fine, everything's fine, Mum, why do you do this? You go, da. And they get defensive and you know, and upset, and you get upset because they are upset, and the whole thing just goes like a puffy thing. And you go, oh God. You know, it was just, I care, but you get this, this aggression and defensive projections out. Why do you do that? And they blame you. Which sits again with your thoughts of, oh, well, that's right, I'm just a
failure.
Yeah, because they don't talk to me, and they say I'm an idiot for asking. Yeah, in our brain we have what they call neural pathways, right? So this bit talks to this bit, and this bit talks to this bit, and they're all professionals in what they do. They're all specialised. Hearing, thinking, making common sense out of it, executive function, really thinking hard. But if you get the same thoughts or the same information, I talk to my father, or I answer my father and he knows I'm home. Oh, he knows I'm home. Next thing, okay, I come in the door, I don't talk to my father. I go straight to my room. He doesn't know I'm home. That's another neural pathway. I'm going to do something different. And the more we do one thing, the more ingrown that pathway becomes. And so our brain automatically goes down that warm path for anything similar that fits in with the, what we call the algorithm, all the little parts. Oh, you said sex. Oh, you said hurt. Oh, you said alone. Sex, hurt, alone. Okay, that's that. Automatically. And since we've lived in a state of high anxiety around being abused, it's even more so. It's even faster. Because we have to have the information quick. Oh yeah, I'm in trouble here. So it goes faster there. And in the meanwhile, other options are stopped. They're not included. They're not even, like I mentioned before about, did you make the connection with what your daughter did to what you did?
Yeah.
No, they can't, because the other pathways are so ingrained. Yeah. And so is that your fault? Is that saying you're to blame? Is that saying Leslie is useless?
Probably, yes.
Yeah. When we look at it as a physiological thing that's going on in your brain, without thinking it happens. Example, I'm an ex-smoker. I smell cigarette smoke a mile off now. And I go, oh yeah, that's smoke. I wasn't paying attention to anything else at that time over there, but suddenly, and I went straight into it. Yeah, that's smoke. My addictive part of my brain. Can't help the past. But we're here now. We're here now. And as breathing, thinking organisms, animals, we still have choices. Believe it or not. We do, you do. Yeah. So when we feel that feeling or think that thought, you go, really? No, I don't think so. And talk it through in our head and go, I have proof that Leslie is intelligent, is funny, is spontaneous, is industrious, and I can go on and on. And if Leslie practices this, and looks at these words and hears them in her head. I am clever. Until that other voice goes very quiet. Then she's realigning these and the old damage that was done. I am worthy. I'm clever. I'm here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you thinking now?
No, just thinking about what you said. Give it a try.
Mm. Mm. I would like you to. I would like you to. Do you like writing things down?
No, I'm useless at writing things. I like writing lists,
Okay.
not
I can
writing the thoughts or anything.
Okay. Okay. You don't have to write thoughts. Now this is a way, it's just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just a system like that. This time, and it is now, and you can write times down the side if you want to be accurate about when these thoughts evolve and obscure your view of life. Sometimes there's a pattern. Early morning, tail end of the week, we're going out somewhere. So all you need to do is get a little book and go, mark when you're thinking anything that you can remember. You'll forget some, obviously, that's quite natural, quite normal. And just mark it down and go, right, okay. And then after a while we start seeing this pattern. And if you wanted to, you could write or put a code in like a number with it, like number 1 is really bad, number 10 is not so bad. Now I've got a wee book, and we can use this, and if you like you can write the time of the day down the side. Doesn't have to be any, there's no right or wrong and all this too, but that's the system that I've used, and it's worked, or it's been appropriate to start off with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no words, you don't have to write what exactly I'm feeling, just that I am.
Yes, that you are.
That you are. And you're taking what you are and you're putting it on here. And that's a powerful thing, because you put it on here, you put it down there.
Yeah.
Right? You're done. Right. Oh, again. Right, okay. Another one. And another one. Yeah. And you put it on there.
Yeah.
And you start taking charge of your life.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is yours. Young Leslie.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the time is up.
Is it?
Did it go fast? Or...
Quite
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Time is a crazy thing, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Like the year. The year's gone so fast.
It's so quickly. We're now in
May.
May.
Yeah. Another
Winter
month
time.
and we'll be halfway through.
Yes.
Soon Christmas.
I know, and then all the Christmas comes out and we go, oh. But I've got a wee grandbaby coming, so I'm very excited about that. So wonderful. New beginnings.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. 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 And I think that's why older people gravitate to babies.
Mm.
Yeah. Because it's again, it's coming.
It's the birth, isn't
It's
it?
the
The
birth.
rebirth.
The rebirth of humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my turn to leave and go off this way when I get older. And it's your turn to live. All right.
And hopefully you look better than me.
Yeah, yeah. Don't we wish that?
Mm.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. Make your own journey. Yeah, yeah. All right, my dear, we'll turn this off now and we'll make an appointment for next week.
Okay.
Okay.
be great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.